Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the best star card setups for Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Whether you're slicing through troopers in co-op, dominating in heroes vs villains, or going on long streaks in Galactic Assault or Supremacy, this guide will show you how to maximise Luke Skywalker's full potential. So let's get into it by starting with Luke Skywalker's best heroes vs villains star cards.
I will never join the dark side. I'm a Jedi.
Luke is one of the most mobile and aggressive lightsaber heroes in heroes vs villains. His speed, powerful repulse and stamina recovery make him excellent at flanking and punishing groups of enemies. Here's the best star card loadout for heroes vs villains. The first star card we're going to be using is 𝗶𝗶𝗄. Repulse will deal bonus damage to targets standing within half of its radius. That's an extra 40 damage. This is huge in heroes vs villains. And here's the kicker, 𝗶𝗶𝗄 can even damage enemies who are blocking, dealing that 40 bonus damage through their block. Now it doesn't deal the standard base damage though. This card is great for dealing with multiple enemies attacking you at once or just finishing off an opponent that is low health. The second star card we're going to be using is 𝗃𝗀𝗫. This is the most important card for Luke. Every enemy trooper defeated or every 200 damage to villains adds +2 damage to Luke's attacks, up to a maximum of 36 extra damage. It resets when you are defeated. But if you're good at staying alive, this card makes Luke hit hard. Seriously, never take this card off. Basically, the longer you're alive, the stronger you'll become. This card is so good that I would even say it's in the top 5 best star cards in the entire game. Luke will now be fast, incredibly powerful, and have excellent stamina recovery. To be honest, this card is borderline overpowered. The third star card we're going to be using is Strong Repulse. This increases Repulse's radius by 30%, making it hit more enemies, control more space, and finish off weakened opponents from further away. Perfect for chaotic heroes vs villains fights. This card is also great for hitting those pesky Boba Fett and Emperor Palpatine players who are constantly flying around or jumping in the air. Now we do have a bonus star card for Luke Skywalker, and that's Rush Immunity. If you're struggling to survive while playing Hero Showdown, consider swapping Strong Repulse for Rush Immunity. It gives you 15% damage reduction for 3 seconds after each rush. Great for staying alive in intense 1v1s or allowing you to take less damage when rush attacking an enemy, especially players that know how to parry you. It's also great to use this to escape situations that you would typically lose. This card will help keep you alive longer and help you maximise the 𝗃𝗀𝗫 star card's potential. So let's move on to the co-op star cards.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Luke is an absolute powerhouse in co-op. His speed, crowd control and regen let him solo entire waves of enemies. Here's the best co-op star card setup. So the first star card we're going to be using is 𝗶𝗶𝗄. Repulse will deal bonus damage to targets standing within half of its radius, 40 extra damage. Again, that 40 bonus damage on close range repulse wipes out entire groups of troopers. It's ideal for choke points and objective defense. It's incredibly powerful when defending or attacking objectives, or when rushing enemy spawns or choke points. And it's going to help you defeat groups of enemy AI quickly. The second star card we're going to be using is 𝗃𝗀𝗫. Every enemy trooper defeated or 200 damage to villains adds +2 damage to Luke Skywalker's attacks, up to a maximum of 36 damage. It resets when you are defeated. This card becomes god tier in co-op. Troopers are easy to eliminate, so you quickly max out the extra 36 damage boost. You'll feel like a wrecking ball once it stacks up. You'll be dropping most base class AI in a single hit with your lightsaber, and a heavy class in 2 hits due to their extra health. This is by far the best star card for Luke Skywalker. The extra 36 damage per hit is straight up overpowered in co-op. Now I can't explain to you how good this star card is. The 36 damage extra is just going to allow you to drop pretty much anything in your sight with relative ease, whether it's a reinforcement, a hero or a standard class. It's insane, and especially when paired with Luke's speed and his stamina recovery, it's broken. It's really just broken. Now the third star card we're going to be using is Jedi Fighter. This card reduces stamina drain on both melee attacks and deflects by 35%. In co-op, where you're constantly swinging and deflecting, this means more uptime, fewer breaks and longer kill streaks. This card shines when paired with the 𝗃𝗀𝗫 star card. Now you can absolutely spam Luke Skywalker's lightsaber with a little regard to his stamina drain. And because of your lightsaber strikes are going to be so powerful due to 𝗃𝗀𝗫, this is going to allow you to get tons of eliminations. Now we do have a bonus star card for co-op, and that is Rush Immunity. 15% damage reduction for 3 seconds after using Rush ability. If you're being eliminated frequently or finding survivability a challenge, swap Jedi Fighter for Rush Immunity. That 15% damage reduction after each rush can save you during tight moments or when you're getting surrounded. It allows you to escape situations that you may have typically been eliminated in and regroup some health before rushing back in. Now let's move on to 𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗧 best Supremacy and Galactic Assault star cards.
I feel the good in you.
These large scale game modes reward heroes who can stay alive, rack up long streaks and control the battlefront. Luke excels here thanks to his agility and AoE damage. Here's the optimal star card setup. The first card we're going to be using is once again Epicenter. Repulse will deal bonus damage to targets standing within half of its radius. 40 extra damage. Still a must pick, this 40 extra damage helps clear objectives and break through clusters of enemies around command posts. Perfect for choke points on Galactic Assault or command posts on Supremacy. This extra damage really helps out. It's going to allow you to drop enemy players much faster, which in turn is going to keep you alive as you're going to take less damage. Now this star card really shines on smaller maps like the Death Star 2, where there's tight hallways and corridors, and is extremely good on Galactic Assault Camino. So the second star card we're going to be using, and well, I'd imagine it's no surprise, is Intensify. Every enemy trooper defeated or every 200 damage to villains adds +2 damage to Luke's attacks, up to a maximum of 36 extra damage. It resets when you are defeated. On large scale modes you can keep Luke alive for long periods relatively easily, and that means getting that extra 36 damage boost is fairly simple. The extra 36 damage turns Luke into a monster. To be honest, if you're not running this card, I have no idea what you're doing. This is by far Luke's best star card for all game modes. Like I said in the co-op and heroes vs villains section, this card is pretty much overpowered. That extra 36 damage will allow you to melt enemy troopers, reinforcements and villains if you're careful. Now the third card we're using is Rush Immunity. Now this card becomes essential. That extra 15% damage reduction after each rush gives you the durability you need to stay alive during flanks, capture pushes and chaotic fights. I like to use this card in Supremacy and Galactic Assault due to playing against mostly real players and not AI. The added survivability this card gives you will also help you get to the maximum damage potential that the Intensify star card offers, by allowing you to survive for longer and have a better chance of getting Luke to his maximum damage. Now normally I'd offer a bonus star card, but you don't really need a backup card here. This build gives you survivability, burst damage and snowball potential. It's the perfect setup for aggressive play, but if you really want to swap Rush Immunity out, you could swap it for the strong Repulse or Jedi Fighter star cards, but personally I wouldn't bother. So there you have it, the best star card setup for Luke Skywalker in every game mode. Let me know in the comments what your go-to setup is for Luke. I want to hear what you all are using, and maybe I'll give your setup a try and like it better than my own. And if this video helped you out, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more Battlefront 2 guides, and check out my other videos on hero star cards and tips and tricks. I've got full star card guides on the heroes, villains, reinforcements, vehicles and classes on the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.